a quick intro today because we are in the middle of a wear test. We are looking at some new products, including a powder foundation that you might remember from yesteryear, and some lip gloss from MAC Cosmetics today. You gotta love a good MAC video. They are the GOATs for a reason. We're gonna look at some new stuff from MAC today with me, Rebecca. I am a fashion and beauty editor who has spent well over 20 years. I really gotta start saying over 25 years. But I aged myself in the fashion and beauty industry, interviewing some of the biggest names, following them around, shadowing them, ghostwriting for them, interviewing them if I didn't say, all sorts of things. And that has allowed me to bring Not Fit for Print Beauty right here so that you have a sort of digital beauty magazine to look through every day or so here on YouTube. Okay, like I said, we got lots of good MAC stuff. I mean, we're going to talk about the new Studio Fix Powder Plus foundation for $39. A blast from the past. And it's so good so far. Shh, pretend like I didn't just ruin it. Plus, we've got the Lipglass Air. This is their non-sticky gloss for $25. Comes in 10 shades. We'll talk about that. I've got a lot to say about that. And then what I am most afraid of, and we haven't tried yet, or I haven't demoed yet, but we will in this video, the Lipglass Blow Plumping Oil. This is the shade Ginger Zinger. This is supposedly mild, but it's one of those painful things that plumps your lips up. It's $26. And we are going to try it, which will probably be comic relief for everyone. I'm going to put everything down below and up here in YouTube shopping so you can look at it all. Let's talk about MAC and get right to the demo. I'm in the middle of a wear test right now. I've got nothing on my face, and we're going to start, of course, with our MAC Studio Fix Powder Plus Foundation. This is $39. It comes in 67 shades. It's reformulated to have more shades, longer lasting on the skin. It's still a 2-in-1, but now it's refillable. It's setting powder and it's foundation. It's got a blur matte finish as it always did, but this now is saying 24-hour oil control, waterproof, sweat-proof, humidity-proof. No flashback now. I think sometimes this used to flashback on photography. What is that? It gives like a white cast to your skin during flash photography if you're on the red carpet a lot or photographed a lot. I don't know. But I mean, if you are, that's a problem. And you can put it on a bunch of different ways. My experience with this foundation, I would love to tell you that my experience with this foundation is professional and that I've studied it, written about it. But actually, my experience with this foundation, like so many of you, is personal. I grew up. In the 90s, everybody had this. And what's really kind of sad? There's this little puff that comes with it. Now, if you have been with my channel long, you'll know that I always talk about how I hate a little dirty sponge inside a cushion or a powder foundation. And it came from this foundation because everybody I knew in high school would have that dirty puff just sitting on it, and they were constantly touching up. And if you think about high school, people had bad skin, right? And they were just like putting this product, the original version of this product, over bad skin. It's a trip down memory lane, but I bet it's the same memory you had. So everybody would take this out right in the middle of like biology and be putting it on with like a dirty sponge. And I was disgusted by it then, but it's like lasted. So I kind of see this, and this is no offense to MAC because I love MAC. I mean, they are the kings and queens. We know this. But I do see this product and think, there's a little bit like PTFD, post-traumatic foundation disorder, involved. And I remember how we used this. I was never a big user of this, but I've never had oily skin. I don't have dry skin either. It's very normal. But let's talk about some different ways to use it because this is a game changer if you have oily skin. It still is, and it's better than ever with more shades. So we're going to try this on my skin. I do not have any sort of prep on. MAC suggests that you spray over a little bit of MAC Fix Plus afterwards to give it a nice finish, but we're not going to do anything. We're going to use this as foundation and concealer like God intended. Okay, so a MAC god anyway. Okay, so there's a few different ways to wear this. Again, I speak from experience and memory. With that sponge, which I cannot do, I'll gag. If you want to put it on as a concealer, you'll use a concealer brush. I got a Sonia G Fusion brush right here for that. If you're going to wear it as foundation, you can use a sponge and keep it dirty in the back. Grossed me out in biology class in 11th grade. Or you can also use a more dense brush. This would put it on, this is a Sonia G Fusion, and this would put it on a little bit heavier. You can also do just kind of a really light brush if you want a fluffy blush, if you want to use it maybe as a setting powder. And if you want to just apply it slightly sparingly, this is a Refer number 24. This is a goat hair brush, and I don't know if you can see it, but it's fairly dense. It's fluffy, but it's denser than most fluffy brushes. It's almost a kabuki head, but it's domed. And I thought that would be good because I don't like to wear a lot of foundation. I don't like a lot of heavy foundation. So I thought, let's put this on kind of medium. I could put it on lighter with a really fluffy brush, and I can certainly put it on a lot heavier. So first of all, I got, as I told you, the NW13. I am never quite sure of my MAC shade in anything, and it always varies just a tad bit. House Labs used the MAC system when they did their liquid foundation, and I had to go in store and be matched. I was just like, I'm lost, somebody help. I've never quite understood it. So I don't know if I did good here. I think that might be a little too warm, actually. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Okay, let's see here. Let's start with this brush anyway, and then we'll see. The other reason I'm starting with this brush is I'm not sure I got the right shade. So yeah, it's a little too, is that a little too warm for me? We're about to find out. All right, let's do one side of the face. As you see, I have a few brushes. So if I need to switch to a denser brush even, we can do that. I'm just going to put it on one side of the face. This is a very light application, but I'm not mad at that because I don't really like a heavy, cakey looking foundation. And from experience, that's what this can do if left to its own devices. Okay. You can also, like I said, you can use this as a setting powder or just like on the T-zone. You'd probably want a fluffier brush than this. This Refer 24 is pretty dense. And I'm spending a lot of time talking about brushes for a reason. When you have a foundation like this, it is kind of brush centric. Okay, so there we go. There's one side. It's pretty nice, actually. I did okay on the coverage because I did a light application. I don't know if I really piled it on, if we'd think that. But here's one side, nothing on it, no primer, nothing. And here's a side with nothing. I mean, I have morning skincare, but that was a few hours ago. We are going to do a little wear test on this. For the sake of science, let's take this brush here, which is usually used. This is a Fusion brush. This is usually used for cream, but it is a lot more dense. And I thought, let's go ahead and put it on with that. I mean, because I'm not sure what kind of a wear test we're going to really get for you guys if I don't really put it on nice and thick. But I just wanted to show you the different ways you can do it. Okay, here's a thicker application. Still not mad at the shade I chose, actually. There is no scent to this, by the way. This is a makeup artist staple. If you are a makeup artist with a kit, how are you feeling about the added shades and the way it works on the skin now? I would love to hear that. For makeup artists, this is a staple in their bag. All MAC products are. What do you think? And now let's take that concealer brush. Took me a minute to come up with that. And I'm dipping in here. It's sitting down there. And let me just put it into the corners of my eye and actually use this as a concealer because it works for both, which would make this super nice for vacation, especially if it's vacation in the summer in a humid area. That would be really lovely. Oh, look. I mean, come on. You can't. It is the GOAT of powder foundations. This is like, MAC is really interesting because we all compare to MAC. Down below in description bars, creators always show their MAC shades and for everyone to relate to. And when someone comes out with a powder foundation, we always reference the original version of the Studio Fix powder. MAC has earned their place as like the standard of comparison for all the beauty industry for good reason. Okay, there we go. And I put it on heavier. That is pretty natural looking for a powder foundation. I got to hand it to them. All right, let me speed it up. I'm just going to go in with the heavier application right away on this side, but I'll make sure we're matching. And then we'll look at the whole face done. Okay, stay right there. mad at it. It's a better experience than I remember, high school memories, but actually really comfy. And it's not, you know what's really interesting about it? It's not laying on top of my skin and like kind of like pixelating like a powder would. It's extraordinarily natural. That is a very pleasant experience, Mac. Okay, what I want to do two things. So I want to give a little wear test. What I'm going to do is put on some other makeup. Then we have 2 lip products. One I'm terrified of, as you know. And for the middle of the road check-in, we'll try this one. And then at the end of the day, we'll try this one so I can take it off because I'm so scared of it. So I'm just going to do my brows, maybe a little bit of makeup. I try not to do too much. I really do want to test this foundation. I got to tell you, I can't even see it on my skin, you guys. That's crazy. I mean, already, this is a phenomenal foundation. I have normal skin. I suppose if it were really dry, you would just have to moisturize first. I don't have a bad thing to say here. I can't even feel it. I'm looking around. There's no one else here. I'm at my staff. I'm looking at my staff. I can't even see it on my face or feel it. That's pretty remarkable. All right, so let me see in a few hours and we'll try one of the lip glosses while we're at it. Okay, stay right there. Okay, it's 3 hours later. I do have a little mascara on. I'm going to be totally honest with you. I'm filming some other videos and stuff today. I don't have any other makeup on. I was just like, let's just do a foundation test. So maybe I don't look as cheerful or as prettied up as I normally would because I don't have blush and all that on. You know, we're going to try on these lip glosses. Really, I just left it as it is, you know, other than a little bit of mascara. I mean, you saw me use the product itself as concealer. So, you know what? 3 hours later, looking good. This is powder. It's supposed to cake. It's supposed to lay on top of the skin, and it's not doing any of those things. Okay, I am toying with making a bold statement. So it's just the two of us, right? Can I make a really bold statement? I wouldn't have said this about Studio Fix Powder Plus before, but I'm going to do it now. Or Studio Fix Powder. I think this is the best powder foundation I've ever tried in my life. Like, I can't even, where is this on my skin? But I think my skin looks good, right? I mean, are you thrown off by the fact that I don't have blush and stuff on? Was that wrong of me? Should I have done a whole fade? All right. Let's try some of these lip glosses. So this is the Lipglass Air. This is a non-sticky gloss for $25. It's new. This is the shade Talented because lately I've been buying only reds. I know I got to stop doing that. Even I in my red era have too many reds. But it does come in 10 shades. So there's 9 others. It's non-sticky, high shine, $25. This is not the burning sensation one, but let's just see what we think. MAC generally does a really good lip gloss. Vanilla scented, not purposefully. It's just the scent there. I'll tell you why I said This is definitely lip glass. This is not like a matte gloss I would normally try. It's very highly pigmented and definitely an oil. The formula pretty much, let me just scratch my nose on camera here, right? Why edit it out when you can leave it in? The formula of these lip glosses in general has changed over the years. The oil, this is a lip oil. There's no way. Is this called a lip oil? No, it's called a non-sticky gloss. Okay, non-sticky gloss means oil, right? Because a sticky gloss would be a thicker, more retro gloss that's kind of gloopy, for lack of a better term. So if they're calling it a non-sticky gloss, you guys, it's a lip oil. That's what it feels like. And in fact, it's so pigmented that you can see it even, you know, kind of breaking up into lip lines a little bit. What lip lines? Who, me? But it's super comfy, slick like an oil. It's a lip oil. Thin. Super pretty, though. Wowza. Oh, I like it. You know what's crazy, you guys? I even, when in using this product, the powder, like concealer, I even put it on my eyelids. I don't have any eye makeup on, just mascara. And, and some eyeliner. But it's not even, like, breaking up in the folds of, you know, like, to me, a powder, I should be able to go like, oops, and, you know, like smooth it. And I don't even have to do that. It's been 3 hours. It's kind of like magic. Let's give it a few more hours, and then will be our comedy relief. I won't come back with this on. We'll give this 3 more hours to test, and then we will try the Lipglass Blow Plumping Oil with the Ginger Zinger. That ginger root in it. Ginger Zinger is the shade. And I have a feeling I'm going to go off camera and run around the room screaming. I'm not looking forward to it. I have been putting it off, so let's wait a few hours and I'll see you then. Okay, it's been 3 hours. Let's take a look at how we're doing. Obviously, the lip glass is gone because I ate lunch and stuff. It actually lasted really well. It's a lip oil and a darn pretty one at that. And it's a great lip oil. So let's see, what's the price of this one? This Lipglass Air Non-Sticky Gloss is $25 for, mid-range product. Not a bad price. I'm not saying it's cheap, but it's not drugstore. And there's 10 shades, and it's nice. It's a lip oil, though. It's not a gloss in terms of feel. Okay, 3 more hours. So we got 6 hours total with this powder. And you can tell it's been a few more hours because I'm using the ESUM dual-sided pencil under my eyes. I went kind of heavy with it in black, and it's running a little bit. I know, that's fine. I was working on cleaning out shelves in my house. So there was some physical labor going on here, and it looks like my, not mascara, but the eyeliner ran a little bit. The powder is fine. It's just fine. It hasn't moved. It doesn't need to be smooth. How can it not be creasing in the eyes? It is not creasing on my eyelids. You saw me put it on. I am wearing this part, and I put it on with a dense brush that's half goat hair and half synthetic and hard, like really dense. Not hard, but dense. I swear, you guys saw me put it on. It's not even creasing under the eyes. I think you have to, I never say this, but I think you have to, go get one of these. What? What the? All right, now that the portion of this that I have not been looking forward to. Let's try this. This is the Lipglass Blow Plumping Oil. It's $26 in the color Ginger Zinger. They say it's subtle. Generally, a subtle sting is too much for me, but I really would love to get lip filler, and I'm afraid to. So let's see if I can withstand this. It says it's subtle. 1% ginger root. It smells like ginger. It smells like ginger. Don't they say ginger cures nausea? Could you put this on if you're seasick or something, or if you're pregnant and having morning sickness? Could you put? All right, let's try it. I'm actually shaky. I'm so scared, and I know I'm not going to feel it. Now, ideally, you would not wear this alone. I'm starting to feel it. I'm starting to feel it. Ideally, you would not wear this alone. I meant to do half the lip, but I got scared and did it all. I was talking, as we let this sit, I was talking with some of you in the comment section when I did the YSL, which I thought was a little too stingy. It wasn't bad, but it was a little too much. And a lot of you were saying what I said about the YSL. Some of these products, they don't have a color to them, but because they make the blood rush to your lips to enlarge them, engorge the lips, and make them bigger, they actually make your lips darker. So a lot of people were saying it's not their favorite product for that reason. If you're going to use this, I would think you're going to put it over a liner or over a lipstick. It doesn't look like it's starting to tingle. It's not too bad though. I don't prefer it. Let's put it that way. But you know what's interesting? My lips are shiny with it on, but it's not much of a gloss. It almost feels more like a plumping treatment. There's a gloss there because I have a wet product on my lips, but it doesn't feel like I put on a lip gloss, if that makes any sense. And I think you're going to see that too. It doesn't look like I just put on a big lip gloss, does it? Okay, it's in full force right now. It is not bad. It's definitely tingly, like something is happening to my lips. But I was afraid that it would be to the extent, and I always mention this, of those bee sting ones, or the Too Faced one. I think I ordered a Too Faced one, didn't I? Or did I? No, I don't think I did. But that would be like a bee sting one where I was just screaming and couldn't get it off my lips. It's slightly, it's tingly and it's hot, but you know what? It's not too bad. It's not too bad. If you can take moderate to mild tingle, go for this. If you can't, it's not heavy, but if you can do moderate to mild, but is it plumping my lips? Can I ask you guys a question? Some of you answer this in in the comments for me. What happens if you kiss someone when you have this on your lips? I've never tried that. Is it uncomfortable? I would assume it's uncomfortable for them, right? Like, would any of you guys go on a date and like kiss your date goodnight or whatever and have them like, what happened? She's a witchy woman or whatever. Do you know? Like, okay, please comment below. Any of these products, this one or any of the others, the YSL or any of the ones they used to make, has anyone ever sent the other person into some sort of horrific panic because their lips felt like they were... Because you'd have to warn someone, wouldn't you? Wouldn't you? You know? And these are the things I wonder. I was also wondering the other day, like somebody that uses chewing tobacco, which I've never... I don't think I've ever met someone who uses chewing tobacco. Like if you kiss someone who uses chewing tobacco, would you get like all jittery from... These are the things I wonder about. So anyway, maybe you can answer that for me too. Just... Or one of those like those nicotine pouches, you know, that people... My mind is a strange place, you guys. So yes, somebody answer the whole salivary question for me. Okay, I'm not seeing much... I'm not feeling much tingle, and I'm not seeing much plumping. So this one, how much is this guy? This guy is 26, and I don't think worth the money. There's not enough tingle for what you're getting. It's not inflating my lips. It is annoyingly prickly and hot without even the YSL effect I had. The YSL plumped them a lot more. If you are between this and the YSL and you don't mind moderate tingly, I prefer the YSL. This, however, is fantastic. It's just a lip oil, but it's nice and pigmented. This is the Lipglass Air Non-Sticky Gloss. Very pretty. And this Studio Fix Powder Plus foundation is sensational. Best powder foundation. I'm going with it. I'm going out on a limb. Best powder foundation I've ever tried. I am sorry that I did this video with no other makeup on, but I think we were able to be thorough that way, although perhaps not very pretty to look at. I still love you guys. And let me know all your questions. You know, I'm going to put this all down below in the description bar so you can either peruse it or purchase it. Where I can, I think it's at Ulta maybe, so where I can, I'll put it up there on YouTube Shopping, which is ever evolving. And you know, don't forget at Not Fit for Print Beauty on all the socials. So I'd love to see you over there. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe and like and forward. And this is absolutely, at this point, I can't even feel it tingling anymore. You can skip that one. It has a little like, what's that? Just kind of came apart on me. It's a bad one. I don't like that one. All right. See you in the next video.